What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nene back with another video. Um, did you pray today? If you didn't pray, it's okay. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nene. Welcome back to the palace. How y'all doing? Um, if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back to the palace. Thank you for tuning in. Did you pray today? Little prayer, something small, don't matter. It ain't gotta be extra, extra, extra. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you, Lord, for helping me sleep, rest, just something. It don't have to be long. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So, we're gonna get into, it's a two-part, because, yeah, it might as well. So, I'm going to be talking about, the story time is going to be about, my two birds. Granted, pregnancy is awesome. Thank God for being able to bear a child for 9 months. 9 months. And not only that, the process of the 9 months. God bless those who aren't able. Pray about it. God bless those who are able and they had them and had many. God bless y'all. And if you're trying, manifest it. If you're not trying yet, still manifest it. Anywho, so my first child, she was born August 15th, 2010. I found out by I was in Louisiana at the time. And I found out by going to the doctor or to the ER because I don't know what was going on, but I ended up, mind you, we're gonna get there. I ended up finding out at the ER. The doctor was like, yeah, you have a UTI, and did you know you was pregnant? And I was like, no, I did not. Mind you, I ended up, I don't know what was going on, but it was a lot. When I found out, I was in Louisiana, but when we moved to Louisiana, or before we did, we were in Gulfport, Mississippi, staying with his aunt. And the plan was to get pregnant that weekend I visited. And yeah, it didn't happen then. It didn't happen until, let's see, honestly, probably like November, maybe. Anyway, found out December 21st. We went to, I ended up moving from Louisiana to Georgia with my brother. I had to tell my brother that I was pregnant, and I got the speech from him and my dad. oh, don't, now it's not about you. You have a child now. I got the whole rundown. If you know, you know. If you don't find out. Wait till you get married. Best best option. Um, it was a long. It felt long. Um, now there were events that happened that it's not hard to get into. It's just you listen. You'll find out the detail, the small little details later. Um, life is really life and death. Um, but I ended up moving around a little bit. Um, had her in Georgia because, like I said, I'm staying with my brother, his wife at the time, his current ex-wife. Um, we ended up like I had a baby shower, and because by the time I got there, it what they weren't able to just like plan it right then and there, so they planned it for August 14th, which was a Saturday. So when they planned it, they ended up we ended up going to I think Publix or Kroger or something. Mind you, the night before, which was the 13th, I laid on the floor and I went to sleep. And I got up and I started feeling this weird pain. And come to find out, it was Braxton Hicks contractions. Braxton Hicks contractions feel like contractions, but they're not contractions. They're like cycle cramps in a way. But in order for me to, like, to me at the time, in order for me to, like, for it to go away, I had this thing like I was doing the pee-pee dance. But if I were standing like that, if I was standing like that, I had to, like, stay like that for just a moment. And then they ended up going away. So, mind you, I'm doing that throughout the store. You get to the baby shower. We're doing the baby shower. Some people come. Wasn't a lot of people. But once we ended up getting to my sister-in-law's house at the time, once we got there, everything was fine. Still having the contractions or whatever. And later on that night, mind you, I'm calling the dad. Mind you, he had just got out of jail in Florida. Um, yeah, that's another story for another time. So, I'm in the house, and mind you, this is after the baby shower. Um, I'm laying there, and like the contractions are getting intense. Like it's like snatching my soul. So after I called him and yeah, like let him know like what's going on with me. So I get off the phone, I call the nurse. They was like, well, it just depends, blah, blah, blah. I thought I had to use the bathroom, but I didn't. So, but they tell you don't go use the bathroom if you feel like you gotta use the bathroom because it may not be that. So, I am trying to think. We get back to my brother's house, and when we got back there, I laid down, and the contractions are coming. Like they're coming. Like maybe every 8 minutes at one point. Then it every 5, every 2. So when it got down to like every 5 to like maybe 2 to 5 minutes, I called um, the hospital and I was like, listen, da 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 da. They back to back. So I eventually called the ambulance. This was like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Either it was like 2 something, and I think I got to the hospital around 3. Why do I remember that? Don't know. So when I did get to the hospital, I got a room. Got there, one of my mom's friends, um, she ended up coming, and thank God for her because she held my hand. Um, I don't remember too much before she came. No, I was laying on my back, and it became too much. So I asked to turn to my side, and they turned me to my right side. And when they turned me to my right side, I ended up like, I don't know, the way I was laying, it was hurting my hip. So I was like, listen, can y'all turn me back because this hurts. Mind you, they got the baby monitor stuff on, wrapped around me. While they got that wrapped around me, I'm literally like laying. I don't know if, I guess it was the bed, the way the bed was. I don't know if it was just my body was, because of the space in between. I don't know. So I turned back over. The nurse that I had, I didn't like her. I don't know if I didn't like her because what was going on, or I just didn't like her energy. It might have been her energy because she ended up. I'm telling her I'm hurting. Mind you, I done did the walking around. I'm at this point I'm done crying. Like I cried. And so she comes to give me some type of medicine or whatever to, I guess, allow me to sleep. That did not work at all. I'm laying there, and it's like I did this, and that was it. Literally. So the next shift, the nurses come. The next nurse, the morning nurse, was better than her. And she ended up, helping me in a better way. I think she gave me a different type of medicine, maybe. But at some point, I did go to sleep. I went to sleep, and then after that, I believe that's when the contractions were like. So that was from 3 a.m. to like 9 in the morning, 10, because I didn't have her till probably like 10:28 a.m. Yeah, that was one journey. Wasn't bad, but now she always stayed in my rib cage for some reason. I don't know why, but she did. Oh, he ended up driving up from Florida because he was with the mother of his first kids, first two. But he ended up coming to Georgia. We ended up he didn't come until after I had her. After I got into the after I got out the labor and delivery room, that's when he came. Mind you, I had epidural. It helped. FYI, my brother cut the umbilical cord. Let's see. And when I got out the wheelchair when I was in the other room, because I had to use the bathroom, when I got out of there, they ended up, or I ended up getting up, but then it's like my knees got weak because the epidural didn't wear off all the way, so I was still a little, and then let's see, yeah, he came, he saw her, and that was it. Oh, I did get my baby mixed up because I was showing another friend that came later on like another day, and I believe it might have been the same day because in the nursery they got the window and they got all the babies, and it was a baby literally in front of the window, and I was like, yeah, there she go, there she is, da, da, da. She was like, oh, she's so pretty, da, da, da. And point 2 seconds later, why did the nurse come out saying, oh, here's your baby? This baby looked just like the baby. Maybe I was just still, high off the epidural, but I really thought that was my baby. Um, yeah, I was like, but that, okay. Sometimes I feel like they switched her. I'm just saying. But yeah, that was it wasn't a bad experience. I was kind of a spitter. Like I was spitting cups. I don't know why, but it just seemed like it was too much saliva in my mouth. Um, so I would have a McDonald's cup that I had just drank tea, because my thing was hot, anything hot, hot wings, hot Cheetos, Caesar salads from McDonald's, sweet tea, water, of course, with ice, and I think that was really all my cravings. So, um, yeah, that was my first pregnancy. And I will insert some pictures. I thank God for my child. Yesterday was her birthday. Um, so happy birthday to her. And yeah, listen, don't have no baby before you get married. I'm just saying, be smart about it. Because clearly I wasn't. I was. I wasn't smart about it, but at the same time, I got two beautiful kids. Yes, by the same person. And yeah, if you enjoyed this story time, everything is a little foggy, a little bit. Okay? So, please forgive the looking around and all that, but just trying to, make sure I get the good stuff or whatever. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. I have another story time, so stay tuned. Um, yeah. Just stay tuned. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I mean, granted, it's part two to this, but I have another one. Anyway, um, again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to pray.